This track laying primer will demonstrate the use of the basic track tools from the build toolbar. The completed HO design will represent a single station on an 8-foot by 4-foot baseboard, with a 2-track staging yard at the back of the layout. Select New, from the File menu to create a new blank layout. Enter details for the size, scale, and dimensions of the layout, and click OK. Expand the layout to fill the application window. Adjust the zoom setting to maximize the workspace. This is easier if mouse wheel zoom is enabled in Preferences. You can access Preferences from the File menu. The mouse wheel zoom setting is on the General tab. The Track tab includes a number of useful settings for drawing the tracks. These include snap settings for switch angles, and snap radii for circles. To draw an oval track, we need to start with the Circle tool. Click in the center position of the circle, and drag out the perimeter while monitoring the size on the status bar. Repeat this process to draw another guide circle at the other end of the baseboard. Select the Straight Track tool, to connect the top of the 2 circles. If necessary, adjust the view options to depict the track as a single line. With the Straight Track tool still active, connect the bottom of the 2 circles to complete the basic oval. To ease the transition into the first spur track, reselect the Circle tool, and add a new guide circle. Note that dragging without the Shift key, resizes the circle. Dragging with the Shift key held down, repositions the circle. Releasing the Shift key reverts to the resizing process. Reselect the Straight Track tool. Connect the guide circle to the main oval. Then add a new straight track from the circle to form the spur. This will automatically complete the transition curve, and erase the guide circle. Use the Straight Track tool to add a new straight track along the front of the baseboard. You can hold down the Control key to keep this perfectly horizontal. Use the Edit Track tool to adjust the length and position of the new track. Displaying the roadbed can be useful to assist with spacing between parallel tracks. Click on the track to move, and drag it into the required position. Then deselect the roadbed on the View Options toolbar. To enlarge the oval, select one of the semicircular curves, and drag it outwards. The unselected straight tracks will automatically adjust to fit. Note that the tracks to be moved must be connected to straight tracks. You can't drag a selected curve away from a curve that is not part of the selection. Repeat the process at the opposite end of the oval. Use the Straight Track tool to connect the main oval to the long straight track, to form a passing loop at the front of the layout. You can draw the connections at any angle, but common turnout angles will be displayed in accordance with the snap angle settings stored in Track Preferences. Use the Straight Track tool to add an additional spur track. Use the View Options toolbar, to display the rails, ties and roadbed, and to hide the track center line. To add an engine, right-click on the track, and use the Add Car Here option from the context menu. Here is a quick and easy way to build a storage loop for use as staging. Use the Edit Track tool to select the tracks which are to be doubled. Right-click on the selected tracks, choose the Advanced option from the context menu, and select Make Double Track. The selected track will be doubled, with the correct spacing between parallel tracks, and with a white turnout inserted at each end of the new loop. The basic layout design is now complete. We will add some scenery in a separate demonstration. Finally, we will turn off the track grid, and save our progress with this layout. We could use Save or Save As, from the File menu, but the quickest way is to use the New Save button, from the Quick Access toolbar. By default, the layout will be saved in the Top Layouts folder under a generated name. You can navigate to any subfolder, and give a custom name to the layout before you click the Save button.